We are done with the homepage. Let's move to the next pages, close everything that we don't want to work with. We go into our Divi builder. And the great thing is that at the very, very beginning, we had set up those pages. I'll close the layers panel, then scroll down to page manager, unfurl the pages. And these are the 4 pages that we are creating. Next, we're going to create an about page. We already created the page, but we're going to bring content onto it, select the pencil, edit page, and in no time, we are on the About page. There's a header at the top, right? We don't see it because it's invisible. No, it's just transparent. And what is important to figure out here, if I go to the layers, we have our header, that's in green. Then we have the page area, which we will be building out. And then we have the footer. The problem we have is because this header is transparent, this section that is automatically created here is actually behind that. Activate the X-ray view and you can see things look really... Deactivate X-ray, select section here under page. And the first thing we can do is bring in a background for the section. Then things will start to look much, much better. Go to the content on the right, open the background, add background image, the third one. And we select this one here. Let me just make sure it's that one. Yep. And then upload an image. And you will note that these ones have been prepared beforehand. So it's already got this, our primary color overlay that's been done in a photo editor, but you can bring an overlay if you want to. Often this just helps a little bit by doing everything from the beginning, setting up the aspect ratio as well as the sizing and the colors. Then you save yourself a few clicks and it's easy to work with. Upload the image and now you can see our header now shows because it's got something to overlay. With the section still selected, we need to add that padding at the top. Design, go to spacing, that's where we have the padding. Remember from our previous page that I was consistent in adding padding at the top and bottom of every section, 100 pixels. However, let's do that first. 100 pixels at the top, select the link icon and we have it at the top and the bottom. Let's go back to however, because we have this part overlaying this section, it's actually taking up a lot of those pixels. So we add additional space to the top in this case. Make sure you unlink first and we give the top 175 pixels. Now my content can come in nicely and I probably may still add some more space here, depending on what my content is going to be here. With my section, I'll click now on Add New Row. And we're going to work with just one column, equal columns. Very simple. We bring in a heading. This is our page heading. And this is an H1, which we haven't created yet. Select it, which it already does. We design it first. Go to Design, Heading Text. It's on H1. And we know we're not going to mess with the heading font because we're using popups all over. The font weight will go to bold. Heading font style, uppercase. We'll put it center aligned. The color, we'll put it on a secondary color, which is white. And for our text size, 64. And we add a little bit of letter spacing of 1. Heading line height is on 1em, but I'll just type in 1em just to be sure. Have a look on tablet. Let's reduce it for tablet. Select it. And the only thing we will reduce is the heading text size. We drop it to 48. And remove the letter spacing. I'll put that on 0. Mobile device, select the phone, and we have a line break here goes into 2 lines. I am inclined to leave it there, but let's go down to 360 pixels just to make sure. Yeah, I think this is where I will leave it. You can look at the line height and maybe add 1.2. But because of the font style here, which I believe, I forgot now, it's popups, right? Yes, it's popups. Suddenly, I'm not sure. Fonts, yeah, it's popups. That space that is between your title goes here. I think we don't need 1.2. We can keep it on 1. That looks good to me. Now that we've created our heading, it's a good idea to go and save this, our H1, as a preset. With the text selected, we can see it selected here, heading 1. We go to the preset options at the top, assign presets, and we say new preset from current style. And this one we will call H1, and I will call it white so I don't get confused, which I'm doing a lot lately. After I've done that, remember in the bottom, save preset, and now it is there for us to work with. Below this, we bring in a little bit of a subheading, just a little bit of text to talk about our page, but let's change the text before I forget about us. Good. Hover over it, the black box with the icon, with the plus, add new module or row, select, and this is just a subheading, which is a text. Select my text and I'll paste a very short, we are happy to tell you more about contributes in our skill team. We create a style for this one as well. Let's go to design and remember to select text. Start at the top, text font is correct. Text font weight is set to light. And where did we get this from? We got it from the preset we created, and then we made that preset a default, also many eons ago. Text font style, we will keep it as is. Then the text font color, we'll also put it on white. The size, we are going to increase this to 16, and then text line height, I'll bring that down to 1.4 in case it breaks into 2 lines, which it may do if we work with other page titles or we decide to add more text here. Then text alignment, we text align it to the middle. Right, having a look at it, we know we need to add more space, especially at the top. This will be different from our other sections, so we started with that 100 pixels at the bottom to keep it consistent, but this is our hero section on the page, so we'll add more. Select the section again, I'll just click here, design, spacing, and then for the bottom, I'll add 150 pixels. Then for the top, let's go a little bit conservatively and just add another 25 pixels. No. Let's go bold and add another 250 pixels. Yes, looks better. But this guy up here with just his mouth floating there and his nose just sticking out, we know we want to make him the focus of this image. The section still selected, go to content, background, and we go work with the image, select the background image, and what we're going to do is move it around, background image position, and we say top center, and it drops in. If you want to have more control over how it will position in this case, because you have selected top center, this bar, image vertical offset, opens up, and you can scroll around and you can push him a little bit more to the top. There we go. Let's see how that looks on tablet. It's a lot of extra space on tablet, but to me that works. And then we go to mobile device. This is the 1.2 that we added on desktop, and you can see it's a little too narrow. Let's go back to desktop, select the text, design, text, and we should make a preset for this as well. It's 1.4. So let's go 1.8. Go back to our mobile device. Yeah, that looks much better. If we look at our tablet device, I think we need to constrict the size of this container for the text. And that will make sure that when it gets to narrow devices, it may force it to break into 2 lines and not run across the entire screen. That's just a design decision. Select the text element if you haven't done so. And under design, we go to sizing. And then under sizing, width, and we're going to put that on 70%. And the moment you do that, it now aligns to the left. So we select here center. Have a look then as to the tablet. You can see this is what I was going for on the tablet. And on our mobile device, now it's too narrow. For mobile device, we go to the width and we'll put it back on 100%. Looks better. Now that we've done that and we know that this text element looks good on these other devices, make sure it's selected, go to the presets in the top right-hand corner and select new preset from current style. And I will call this subheading, and I'll even just say for the hero in case I want to use this kind of style somewhere else again. The great thing is also that when I use this page title on the other pages and I want to make changes to how this looks, it will automatically update on all those other pages when I resave and make sure that those changes are captured in the new preset. Ta-da! We are done with this one, and we can have a quick look again on the front end, preview on the front end. It looks exactly the way we anticipated. Pixify on. And let's see what Pixify tells us. Pixify says, dude, good job. Let's just make sure. Okay, good job, dude. Do this. Dude and do this. Yeah, awesome.